Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and eZ's dad, Jim Zuley. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a wonderful day. How are you doing this wonderful morning, Jim? Well, Jim must have his mute on. I talked to him,
Jim's
so
here.
I know he's going to be here. There he is.
Jim's here, and he had his mute on. I missed good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning, Reatha. Good morning, eZWay fam. You know, it's frustrating when you say all this stuff comes out right, and you look down and mute buttons up. Anyway, here we are, Reatha. Here we are, 2021. Can you believe it? This sounds like something out of a future novel, doesn't it?
I remember when we were looking forward to 1984, and then to 1999. 1984, and then we were looking for 1999, and here we are in 2021. It is unbelievable.
Wasn't there a movie, Reese, 1984, or a book or something?
Yeah, there was a book.
Yeah,
where Big Brother was supposed to be watching.
There you go.
We're just now catching up with the book 1984. Big Brother is everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. And I think a lot of it, Reese, is how you look at it. And with all this stuff going on, put a smile on your face. Let's be happy and going. I mean, there's issues, of course, but it's like we say, the way in which you think determines the outcome. No problems, only solutions. And it's true, and that brings us up to Hot Topic. Hot Topic time. Okay, guys, Hot Topic. Dun, 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 dun. I like that. Go into the music
just
thing.
Technically challenged this morning. We can say it's a new year.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you got, Reese, for you? There we go.
Ripped from the headlines. Today's Hot Topic. Well, there's so much going on in the world today. The vaccine is being distributed. We're looking for the more vaccines to get distributed in the near future. We're coming up on the Electoral College. We're coming up on the inauguration. There is so much going on, Jim. People got their stimulus checks this week. They're still arguing over whether it should be 600 or 2,000, but I believe I know people started getting their checks on Friday night. It's just, like I said, this is more like what the book 1984 spoke of, where Big Brother is everywhere, and we're just being tracked, really, if we open ourselves to it, because they want to be able to track the virus. But in order to track the virus, they have to track people. So you can opt in to be followed. If you don't have the virus, you'll show clear. If you do and opt in, it'll show that you've got virus and tell everybody that has opted in that you've got the virus. But it's supposed to be anonymous. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Jim. This is a whole new world. There was also a book called The Brave New World. We are moving into things that were only talked about in science fiction. So I don't know. It's got 2021 has got to be better in a lot of ways than 2020 was. What can I tell you? And what's your hot topic, Jim?
Well, I agree, Reed, totally. And that's a phrase today. I don't know. A lot of people just, because these are uncharted territory, uncharted waters, like we say. Well, here we are, 2021, and how time flies. Everybody's been saying, how did we get here? Over 85 million Americans traveled over the holidays, and at least 34 million fewer Americans traveled this year than last year because of all the shutdowns and everything. Most Americans, approximately 80% over the holidays, they say basically health was was on their mind, and they erred on the side of caution by celebrating at home and in smaller groups. So they're taking advice. Looking into the new year, studies show consumers had optimism that the nation's health would improve. So that's what we were talking about. We want to think positive. 45% optimistic, 32% figure they remain status quo, and 23% feel it'll decline. So as for the economy, Goldman Sachs projects GDP, gross domestic product, will grow at 5.3%. That's a good thing in 2021. The firm cautions that the economy will decline before it improves. You know, you go through the tough times till it gets better. We're going to go through it. We got a slump going on here, but we're going to get out of it. And overall, they see a strong economy. So that's a good sign. I mean, going through all this overall, it is surprising. We're basically, the economy's doing pretty good. Housing economists are predicting another big year for real estate. Homes are selling incredibly quickly, nearly 2 weeks faster than in the last year. Okay, that means they sell 2 weeks faster, so they're not in the market as long. And it's the inventory, guys. The inventory's low. And we talked about the rates. Well, single-family housing starts are expected to grow another 9% in 2021. Prices to rise another 5.7%. Well, yeah, they're going to go up. So this is the time to buy when rates are so low. Oh my God! I'll tell you about that. We're talking about 2.5%. I mean, are you kidding?
I know.
So the median cost of a home in America, $320,000. California, about $550,000. As for unemployment, 2021 is projected 6.50% will be the unemployment rate. Reatha, I got a lot more stuff for you. There's not enough time, but the elections coming up, we were talking about, and the questions about election, did they go right or not? That's being investigated. And we got over 4.2 million Americans have been giving the corona vaccine. 13 million doses are distributed. After effects are, you got the fever, chills, headaches, and so forth, swelling around the arm that can be expected. They say that's common. But with that, Reatha, I think we're going to go into a commercial.
And if you're sick, just stay home, no matter
just
what it
home.
is.
Listen to Dr. Reatha.
Yeah, absolutely. So that takes us to our commercial break, and then we'll be back with our guest.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At eZWay Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit eZWayPromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at eZWay Promotions.
Are you looking to accelerate your influence? eZWayWall.com is a new site that allows you to promote yourself, business, brand, and your products as an influencer. You can share your ideas, receive comments, promote and brand yourself with the power of affiliation. Associate yourself and your brand with the power players of today to become leaders of tomorrow. Come and join the eZWay Wall today. Sign up at wall.eZWayBroadcasting.com or text eZWay Wall to 55678.
Yes. Text eZWay to 55678. That's what you got to do. The eZWay that Eric built is just interactive. with everything that's going on.
And we're going to learn about everything Eric today and everything eZWay today with our guests.
Well, yeah, that's right. We got Eric coming on, and I watched this stuff behind the scenes, Reatha, and I'll tell you, it's amazing what he's put together. But, boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of technical stuff with the virtual event and so on and so forth. But we got Eric coming on, and he can explain a lot of it because there's, and I hear here's the drum roll, and it's just difficult, like I say. Yeah. When Eric and I go into pavilions or something to go shopping, we have to wait and they have to play the music before he walks in. No, just kidding.
Eric's the only person I know personally that has a theme song. And we always welcome Mr. Eric Zuley himself. Eric, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here, guys. How you doing?
Hello. Good morning, Eric. Reatha and I were just saying, wow, it's 2021. Can you believe it? And times are changing, aren't they, Eric? I mean, it's a virtual visual type world here that we're in, and you're kind of at the forefront. And so, what's rocking and rolling in the eZWay world, 2021?
Well, yeah, times are definitely changing. And first and foremost, let me start by saying Happy New Year to everybody out there, all the eZWay family, all the Radio Boomers Live fans. Happy New Year to everybody. And you know, times are definitely changing. And we're personally, what we're doing with our company is we're gearing up for those changing times, for that transition. And what we've really realized is a lot of these people, no matter what age they are, just don't really understand how to position themselves to be ready for the change. And so we're putting together entire coaching programs and solutions for those types of clientele, that market. I mean, I've had a lot of people come to me and they want a lot of help with broadcasts, and then you got the automation side of things, and then the teams and making sure the infrastructure's in place, the follow-up, the sales, the plans. Like, I mean, there's so much, but it's everything is digital now. Everything's virtual. And really, bottom line is, if you don't have an app-based business, if you don't know how to use Zoom, if you don't know how to use Restream, if you don't know how to broadcast, if you don't know how to stream, if you're not turning your business into a coaching program, if you don't have that infrastructure in place, then as this transitions more and more, because COVID's not going anywhere for a long time, as this transitions more and more, you're gonna be in trouble, and the stimulus checks and stuff are not going to pay all your bills and your family stuff and whatever. And personally, I think that it's a small amount that they're giving. So you got to have other forms of income. And so we're teaching in affiliate marketing and affiliate structure, affiliate positions. We have over 50 different ways that we're making income with affiliates right now. And we have a membership structure, which everybody should have a community and a membership structure right now with their business. But besides that, we're gearing up for a lot of big events, a lot of great live broadcasts. We're going to do a ton of live broadcasts and be as interactive as we can. I'm sure a lot of people know my show I do tomorrow and every Tuesday at 4:00.
Easy show. Yep.
The Easy Talk Live show is always a very live and interactive show to answer questions that a lot of people have. And I can't tell you how many people are reaching out to me now saying, what do I do? Help me. So, we're trying to create platforms to help you. And so tomorrow we'll actually be doing a show on the business of broadcast, how to set up your business to be ready to make money with broadcast, how to turn content into cash. That's going to be a real special show on that. Dean Arliss, the president of Fan TV.
During the show, you have the wheel too, right?
We have the Wheel of Opportunity, that you actually host, and I heard that Reatha Gray's going to start hosting with the Wheel of Opportunity here pretty soon. He's going to start spinning the wheel, I think, now. We also have the.
You're chopping a little bit. There.
Can you hear me now?
All right,
no,
go ahead,
you're still breaking up.
Try it again. Go ahead, talk.
Might be the internet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you, but you're choppy.
Oh, okay. Well, let me unchopicize myself. Hold on.
There you go. That was better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Now you're
wow, that's really fancy. How do you do that? an echo chamber going here. Sounds like when the submarine died.
Or
Eric,
the British.
You better hang up. Better hang up and start again.
Yeah.
But it sounded like that.
Technical difficulties has no respect of persons. Technical difficulties don't care that it's there.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
Reed, sound like that submarine. I was watching. I think it was. I forgot.
Can you hear me?
It was a big station.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. We can hear you better.
I was saying.
Okay.
I was telling Reatha I was watching just a big broadcast, like I don't know if it was NBC or CB, one of the big ones, and the voice was off. And I'm thinking, look, it happens to anybody. When they talk, or you watch the old movies with Steve Reeves, and the voice is a little bit off when they're talking. But yeah, go ahead. The virtual,
yes.
And you were saying, so go ahead.
So yeah, what I was saying is we're gearing up for a lot of great stuff, but the biggest, and first and foremost, I mean, Happy New Year. I don't want this to all be about us. I want this to be about you guys, and I would love for you guys, if you want to call in, and I think we should get some call-ins. If anybody wants to call in and talk about their New Year's resolution or what they're doing for their business, how they're helping, call in and tell us how you're helping somebody this year, how you're helping businesses this year, 2021. 914-338-1303. We'll look for your calls. Maybe we'll bring you on air and you can talk to us because this is a New Year's celebration, New Year's party. But with us,
it seems like it wasn't that long ago we were having this conversation about resolutions. Remember, Reatha, we were talking about that? And wow, a year went by just like in the blink of an eye. Unbelievable. But we're going to stick to it this time. This time, no more procrastination.
So we have a caller. I think we have a caller. But we'll take calls in a second. Let me finish what I was saying. So one of the things that we're gearing up to do this year, one of the biggest focus we have is obviously transition. Has everything transitioning? You got to transition your business into an app-based focused automation business.
App-based, yeah.
And so that's what we're doing. We're turning the whole business into app-based. So we have a television app, a social network app, and a speaking stage coaches app. We have 3 different apps that we're building here that are really going to be the ultimate go-to solution for everybody as this transition happens. So we have a social network that you can go to eZWayWallOfFame.com. I'm sure everybody knows that. It says it up at the top on the show. And then from there, you have your profile and you just start getting involved with what we have. Then there's all these options. There's multiple options. There's hundreds of options that are there for you to build and grow your business. But then there's also what we're really putting in place of this year is the coaching structure of the company, because we've had so many people that are coming to us asking us for help with their business. And so we're getting ready to, I'm putting a whole program, a whole course together with my book, The Influence Effect, to teach you how to create your own influence effect the easy way. And that's really kind of positioning your business. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the book. And
a lot of people, we have over 2,200 sales and we're a 3-time bestseller. So we're doing, I never thought I would do so good on my first book, but God is good. I give all the credit to God. And then obviously
I've got an article, it's really clever. You got all these people with really gems in there. And,
well, yeah, you and Reatha have chapters in the book, not an article. That's the magazine. The magazine's coming out January 15th. But you guys have chapters in the book, and what you guys say in the book is great. It's just a lot of golden nuggets from people like Reatha and yourself, Dad, exactly. And Sharon Lecter from Rich Dad Poor Dad, the creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Frank Shankwitz, Kate Linder from Young and the Restless, James Dentley, who's a business guru. Amazing people. And now what we're doing is we have a book club on Facebook. If anybody wants to get involved with the book and be a part of the process, it's actually a 5-book series, which is Eric Zuley book. You just search Eric Zuley book, join that book club, and people are posting pictures and comments and Facebook lives and saying how much they love the book, which is pretty cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we just did a deal with Brain Tap. A lot of people need to tap into their brain. They need to de-stress. They need to get sleep, and they're having trouble with that stress side of things. I know I am. So we just did a deal with BrainTap, which is one of our sponsors, braintap.com, text BRAIN to 55678, where they're going to put a course of the book, The Influence Effect, and what it does to help you listen, heal your body, and listen how you can heal your business. So you heal your body and you heal your business through BrainTap. So the book's getting ready to do that. And then we're also getting ready to distribute through Sony distribution, through Sony Orchard on the audio book. So you're going to watch a lot of the stuff that we do, and you as a company owner are going to want to do the same thing. You want to kind of take the programs and learn how to do it the easy way. And that's really what we're doing this year is we're building out all that infrastructure, how to do it the easy way, because it works. We have a proven model for over 15 years.
You got to transition, because if you don't, things start falling behind. And like a lot of the brick and mortar places that you had that event, brick and mortar to broadcast, they start losing out, and people are going different directions, and then down goes the shopping centers. It's totally a transition. This is kind of like an historic time, the way people. When I see shopping centers not just closing but being leveled, it's like I'm going down this is a big shopping center not far, and they not only close the store, they remove the stores and they're building like senior housing or something. That tells you something's going on, and the virtual world has to has to build the right way and take advantage of what's going on. So what do you see as far as going into 2021? Now we did your event over the weekend. There's going to be that's going to be archived.
Yeah, we just did the we did the eZWay Awards Golden Gala, and we actually saved a piece of it, about 45 minutes of the Golden Gala for exclusives, specials we're going to be doing on Zoom, and you're going to be seeing registrations going out, and we're going to be doing private screenings of that. We were honoring over 50 people. We've had over 120 nominees. We've honored some pretty amazing people, and so that's going to be going on every year virtually, and that's a part of the social network. And then we have multiple other events. We have a big launch we're doing for a lot of our shows. All of the shows on the network, we're going to be doing launch events. We have a show that's giving away $2,500. We have another show that's giving away amazing financial advice that's involved with some of the biggest financial gurus in the planet. We have another show that's a roundtable of all the top level influencers in the game. We have my show, Easy Talk Live. We have Mindset Reset. We have Level Up with Lila. We have the Dr. Money Show. We have a healing show. We have all these shows we're getting ready to release in the new year. And obviously we're doing something right, because we actually had an agency contact us on the Wall of Fame and say, hey, we'd like to get involved with you and get our clients to advertise on your TV network.
Oh,
so that's kind of cool. Shows you that, obviously what we're doing gets response. Because, if you're not getting response, if you're not getting conversion with what you're doing, if it's not coming into you, if you have to look for it, then you're doing something wrong. You're not set up the right way. Yeah, you have to adjust your business a little bit.
It's like, if you have a certain plan, a goal, and it's like the plane takes off from New York, it's going to fly to L.A. Well, it can go off course a little bit, and the computer resets it, puts it back in course. If you have a plan that's not going the way you thought, you just tweak it, adjust it, and find a way that will create more, eyes on you.
Yes, I agree. And we have a caller. Last four digits 8915. Last four digits 8915. Is this a caller that wants to talk about New Year's, the new 2021? Caller, are you there? Well, I hear some music. They're listening to something. But all right. So a lot of great opportunity. And again, if you guys want to get involved in the eZWay opportunities, it's just text eZWay, letter E, letter Z, WAY to the number 55678. And I'll tell you that system right there alone is the most powerful system to capture database. We have 19 clients right now that we're getting leads for, that we get notifications every time they get a lead. And it's working like amazing. So if anybody wants to generate leads, you need to contact us and get that system and take our lead generation program.
We'll get the callers. We're not usually set up for callers. There's about 12 callers in on tech here. You can see but we have to, basically the engineer screens them first. So we're going to get set up for that to take our callers, because there's a lot of callers coming in. We got to see if they're on the what they're calling it about, and so on and so forth. So as far
Dad, if anybody wants to see the awards, we did a real live awesome broadcast a couple days ago. You just go to eZWayFam.com, letter E, letter Z, WAY, fam.com, and whatever we have going on, we always put on the top. We pin the announcement on the top of that group, so you can watch that live broadcast on Facebook, and then we eventually get everything up on the network on Roku, Apple, or Amazon, but everything's on the news section of the eZWayWallOfFame.com if you're not on Facebook. But most people are on Facebook. Just go to eZWayFam.com, and you'll be able to see a lot of the stuff that we're talking about if you want to follow up.
Your show tomorrow is at what time?
Show tomorrow is at 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Reatha, we got to have you on the show. Where you been?
I know. I haven't been on the show in years.
Yeah, we got to line you up. Maybe we'll have you on the show more towards the end of this month. We're doing really well. We're getting 20 to 50,000 people a week on the Hall of Fame, and a lot of going traffic are coming in, and we're allowing people to virtually handshake the experts. And so it's a very interactive show. We give you a chance to ask your questions and comments to the expert, and we really learn the expert's point of view, obviously, on particular topics, and then we have opportunities that help to build your marketing, grow your marketing for your business. And the show is really...
The interactive you put together is really exciting. Everybody's going crazy over that because they can be part of something, But we want to thank you for coming on. We got commercial coming up, and we got Carmelita's Corner. And, boy, I'll tell you what, we're staying on top of this, Eric. It's really give you a lot of credit for what you did. And we're looking forward to the show.
We're going to have you come back after Carmelita's Corner.
Oh, cool. Love to. Yeah, I'm actually free until 11:30, so I can do that. All right, cool. All right, Reatha, Dad, love you. Love all you guys. Bye, eZWay family. Keep doing it the easy way with Radio Boomers Live. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
The BrainTap is a unique headset that combines light and sound frequencies with guided meditations. Dr. Patrick Porter, inventor of BrainTap and member of our faculty, has created 20 to 30-minute course reviews for many of our courses. Before starting a course or at any point before taking the exam, you can put on your BrainTap, close your eyes, and begin your course review. Brain tapping guides your mind from an awake, reactionary mind into an intuitive, creative state, then to a place where super learning and healing can occur, with the outcome being a heightened state of consciousness with crystal clear focus. Relax with scientifically proven techniques that create a symphony of brainwave activity, a feeling of calm focus that's just right for learning and productivity. Each session is designed with brainwave balance in mind. Some audio sessions have dual voice processing, which means you may hear two voices speaking at the same time. This technique is used for inspiring left and right brain balance.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the Godfather of Soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Well, hello there, Radio Land. I hope you're feeling grand. I sure am. I've got a wonderful guest coming your way this morning. She's gorgeous. She happens to be the daughter of a friend of mine, Chris Cornelius, and he's also a very talented musician, and apparently he's passed on the talent gene to his beautiful daughter. She's an actress. She's a multi-medium, multi-genre artist. She comes from a long line of musicians and visual artists. She has recently published a poetry and art book titled After the Ball, which is on Amazon, and it's opened at LC Shop. So we're going to welcome her now. Good morning, Lyra.
Hi.
Sadai.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing fine. And even more fine now that you're on the air.
Thank you.
Yes, well, I saw your artwork. I did post it on the Facebook. I hope people had a chance to see that. And I want you to tell me how you got started as a fine artist.
Oh, geez. How did I get started? Well, gosh, I've been doing drawings and paintings and things ever since I could remember. I remember laying on the floor when my dad was playing guitar and just doodling constantly. With the spacescapes specifically, my daughter and I were like, we need to repaint our table. Let's do that. And we painted this beautiful spacescape, and I decided that I really liked doing those. So that's basically how that got started.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's so many ways that we can express ourselves in the art world. It really is endless, and a lot of people are not aware of how art affects their lives because it's so visible that it's actually invisible. You cannot escape art. I mean, it's everywhere, and it's part of our lives. We live in a house that an architect designed. We ride in a car that an industrial designer designed. Right. The food that the utensils, the plates, the cups that we eat out of, and just the clothing, the fashion designers, and I'm sure you can think of a long list of different forms of artists that exist in the world. I mean, it just goes on and on. People just don't realize, how much art affects their lives, their everyday lives.
Absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you've been very fortunate to have come from a long line of musicians.
Yeah.
And artists.
Yeah, and artists. Like my dad's side is where the music comes from. My grandfather played the organ as well. So, and then my mother's side of the family, my grandmother made these gorgeous wedding cakes that were literally works of art. And she did that for 40 or 45 years or something like that, I think. So that's what I grew up around, was that rich history and just respect for the artistic world, which is awesome. It fosters creativity for certain.
Mhm. I was just going through some books that a friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, left to me, and one of the projects that we wanted to do together was to create art on furniture, and we never really got that far. But that's still a project, that it looks good. That who knows, maybe someday we'll still be able to do it, to benefit the charity that I founded. And she was part of founding that charity, Marlon Northcutt. She was a gifted artist. She graduated from this earthly stage last year. And so... we're going to continue to keep her memory alive. I published actually an article about her in the Hollywood Weekly magazine. Mm-hmm. So, these are things that we can do to keep art alive and have a good cause, because art can benefit us also in many ways, other than the fact that it is all around us.
Right.
It can be used for good causes. There's another group, Artists for a Better World, that I belong to. Barbara Cordova, who I hope is listening out there, founded this group, and they're just doing amazing things to help improve lives of other people through the arts.
Oh, I'm terribly interested in that. I'm going to have to go look that up, and because I would be interested in being a part of that, actually.
Well, I definitely want to refer you. I'm sure
Absolutely.
We'll find that this group of artists will be a benefit to you. They also have a website where you can post your artwork, and they just recently came out with a beautiful art calendar that was the collaboration of the different artists, and I have sent off my check to get one because I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful, addition. And now is a good time, to still get calendars.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can be gifts, great gifts too, you know.
I love collaborative pieces. My book is a collaborative piece. Like, all of the poetry is written by me, but most of the artwork is from several different artists. So this is completely up my alley.
Okay, very good. Yes. Tell them about After the Ball. That's the name of your art book, and it's on Amazon too.
It's on Amazon. I've been talking about publishing a book of my poetry. I've been writing poetry since I was a little girl, and I've been talking about gathering the better pieces of my poetry and putting them into a book for like 20 years. And since I lost my job in May due to COVID and everything, I was like, you know what, why not now? Why not now? So it took me from May to October, and I went into my archives and I gathered some of my better pieces from there, and I polished them up. And then I have been writing a lot lately. We have lots and lots of massive life changes, which, you know, always inspires a lot of poetry. So I gathered all of my stuff from the better stuff from over the last 20 years, and then I approached several of my artist friends to see if they wanted to do visual illustrations or photos or something to accompany. And I had an amazing response to that. And so in about 4 months of working hard on it and all of that stuff, I just decided, you know what, I'm not even going to send this to a publisher. I'm just going to self-publish on Amazon, which is amazing. It's a super easy process. And I decided that the paperback version, I wanted it to be more of a table, like a coffee table piece, you know what I mean? So the tabletop version, the paperback version, is actually better, and it has additional pieces in it because that's the one I want people to buy. So,
well, it sounds like a work of art in itself.
Yeah, there's pieces, like my daughter is a brilliant artist as well. She's 23, and I think anything that child touches is art. And she's got a couple of pieces in there. She actually did the cover art for it. So yeah, it's a work of love. It's absolutely a passion piece.
You say your daughter is at what age?
She's 23.
Well, honey, I looked at your photograph, and you look like you're 23. What are you doing? What are you doing? Actually. What is your secret?
Good genes. Have you seen my father?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know your father very well because, you know, like I said, you know, he was a wonderful gift to our church when I produced the intercultural concert. You know, but it's been a while though, actually, since I've seen him in person.
Right. Well, you know, a lot of it, like, okay, so it's good genes and meticulous skincare and hydration. Hydrate. That's what it is.
Okay.
But thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Drink lots of water, right?
Right. Water.
Yeah. Well, we're close to 80% water, so that makes a lot of sense. You know, I mean, we cannot function. Our bodies cannot function without water. You can go through a little while without food, but not water.
Right.
And what about your diet? Are you a vegetarian?
I am not a vegetarian, but I don't eat a lot of meat. I guess I could be more or less considered an ovo-vegetarian on my daily diet. But occasionally I'll have meat, but I'm also broke. So there is. So,
well, we don't want to affirm that. We want to affirm abundance.
That
everything
that's just me looking at the bright side.
Yeah, through the divine avenues of abundance, you are going to reap all that you deserve financially. You're being blessed as we speak.
Thank you for that. Well, you know what? The great thing about my work and all of that stuff, though, is that even with all of the trials that happened last year, I think I'm probably happier than I've ever been in my whole life. Because it's just kind of when you stop resisting the current and you just embrace everything that goes around and turn it into art, then it makes it so much easier for your brain and your heart and your spirit to connect in a healthy manner, if that makes sense. So morale is good.
Yeah, I can concur with that. Believe it or not, I'm still a happy camper in spite of all of the turmoil that's been going on around us. Basically, and I attribute that happiness to maintaining an attitude of gratitude. When you stop and you count your blessings, you realize how well off you are. And there's an old saying about the person who was complaining about having no shoes until they saw someone that had no feet. And I mean, we are really blessed in so many ways. And when you can count your blessings, you'd be surprised how that helps maintain a happy. I'm happy most of the time. I'm happy.
Right.
So,
right. Well, and there's also the mindset that goes with it. If you're complaining about everything all the time, then and all you then basically you're encouraging your mind and your heart and your spirit to focus on all the bad things that are happening. Rather than if you look at your blessings, then you're looking at the happy end. You're looking at the upside. And that
exactly.
It is kind of a mind over matter thing in that way, but it takes a lot of practice. And thankfully, I have my art because that helps. Because I often refer to it as relieving the pressure valve on a pressure cooker before you open it. That's what my poetry is to me. So thankfully, art is there for that.
Art is therapy. There is a lady, and I haven't seen her in a long, long time, but she used to teach art therapy, and I don't know if she's still teaching it now. I met her when I was still teaching art in the LA Unified School District, and she had a retreat in a beach area up north, and it was just absolutely a wonderful weekend. We just spent time and walking on the beach, collecting seashells, and then we would go back and we would create projects with these things, and we would have nice conversations and just different activities that encouraged, to just let the art come out and relax. And it was a great activity, and it really is a category of art called art therapy. And it really, really is a great connection to your spirituality and just, a great release.
Absolutely.
Mhm. So anyway, tell us, I know you're on Amazon, how else can individuals connect with you if they want to find out more about you and your art? Do you have a website?
I do not yet have a website. I will have a website very soon. I can be found on Instagram at arsenic_n_glamour. And my makeup, if they want to follow my makeup art page, it's Fairie, F-A-E-R-I-E, Goth, G-O-T-H, Mem, M-E-M, on Instagram as well. And I am on Twitter, although my Twitter mostly just consists of my favorite book fandom.
Okay.
So, yeah, but those are those, and then I do have an Etsy shop, but it's still under construction. So mostly it's just Instagram is the best place to find me.
Well, looking at your photograph, I can see where the makeup art comes in. I mean, you appear to enjoy putting makeup on. That's for sure too. I mean,
absolutely. That's one of my favorite things.
Your photograph is very mysterious. I mean, you give us a portion of your face rather than the whole face. And what I've seen, it looks like you painted some of your face. Airbrushed, I think. It looks like you use airbrush.
Which picture you're looking at? All of that is like eyeshadows and things.
Okay.
There's no airbrushing at all. I've been doing makeup for 28 years, so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's just kind of one of my mediums I like to play with, and but sometimes I just like to go a little crazy with whatever look I'm playing with and that kind of stuff. But I also like the mysterious thing. That's 100% Veronica Lake.
Well, you accomplished that, and it looks like you're having fun with it, too. And on that note, we're going to have to say goodbye to our listeners.
Okay.
And I want to thank you for coming on. And I have a little saying that I usually say at the end of my show, and that is I'm going to get on my horse and ride off into the sunset. And I invite you to do the same, or you can get in your Ferrari, whichever one you choose.
Right,
okay, thanks, Lyra, for coming on as my guest today.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right, it's tech time. Well, we're going to actually devote our tech time and our gems back to eZWay Broadcasting. I don't know what all titles he has there, but Mr. Eric Zuley is going to be rejoining us, and hopefully we'll get some of those calls in. Eric, are you back?
I am.
Theme music. All right.
Okay, we got you back. And Eric, we have a lot of calls and a lot of people wondering, which direction to go to in 2021 and how long will it be. But the questions are, too, when things do start leveling off, it seems like a lot of people like what's going on as far as the virtual situation. Like Reatha mentioned, she doesn't have to drive out to some audition when she could do it at home. And we do an event at home, and the people can actually. And one thing, Reatha, I found out too is you get to see what a lot of people's living rooms look like. Because they're doing their Zooms.
Not if they're clever. They learn how to put backdrops in there.
Yeah.
I've learned to hide a multitude of sins behind the backdrop.
But so, Eric, that's a situation. It seems like a lot of people are, wow, this is a changing world, and this is what's going on for now. But in the future, this is actually working out quite well, and people are actually saving time with traveling and their businesses as far as meetings go and everything. So do you see this continuing on into the future?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. It's businesses need to be set up automated. They need to start positioning themselves to have a funnel and have an app and have some sort of membership, coaching, some sort of subscription system. All businesses, because that's where the trend. I mean, it has been there for a long time, but it's going to be all businesses going to be forced to do it because brick and mortar is slowly going to be fading out. And I think personally you're going to see augmented reality and avatars, and I think that they're going to try to really fade out and fade away, in-person interaction altogether. That's what I think. And so
people are going to want that, but it just seems like as far as
you can want it all you want,
but it's a money saver.
You can want it all you want, but it's a matter of what they want to do. And bottom line is you need to be prepared and transition, be ready for it to go along with the whatever it's going to be, because sometimes you can't fight, so you got to be ready and prepared on whatever it's going to be. I mean, we hope and pray that the world goes back to normal, but you got to get ready for what it's going to be. And now
you're a little choppy again. No, that's absolutely true. And
I've been talking to my baby boomer friends for years, saying keep up with the electronics, and I'm helping some of my older friends file for Social Security, file for disability, and it's all virtual. It's all over the internet. If you don't have a computer or you don't know how to use one, in another 5 years, you will not be able to do business if you don't have a computer and know how to use it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and Reatha, I think I actually have a lot of clientele for you. I actually have a client for you right now. If you're training and you're doing coaching on the basics of broadcast or the basics of technology or computers business, really the basics. There's a lot of people that don't know the basics of the business. They don't know how to turn on a power button on a computer. They don't know how to turn their camera on Zoom to be able to look right on camera. They don't know how to do a green screen behind them. They don't know how to find Word. The ones that don't know all this stuff are going to be just. I feel so bad for them, and they're going to have to hire businesses like ours. But now is the time. Now is the time, guys. Now is the time that you need to hire us or hire somebody, and make sure that you're positioning your business correctly. By the way, am I sounding okay now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Now is the time that you need to position your business correctly. It's the more crucial time, and you got to start doing you got to start doing virtual events. Virtual events are going to be where your bread and butter is going to lie to get leads, I think.
And a lot of people there's a lot of
baby boomers thought they were going to be able to retire, but they're not able to retire. So running a home-based business is really the thing that a baby boomer can do, but you're going to have to learn how to do a lot of it virtually.
Yeah, that's one of the concerns. And many don't know the statistical situations they face. With the online, they think, well, I want to do an online broadcast, an online this or that. But it's following through and what you have to do. And like Eric puts out, he lays out all the situations that are in front of you and what you have to face and how you have to, do it so it's profitable. If that's
by the way, guys, I know the title of the show was, the new Happy New Year celebration. All of this information we're talking about is what we're doing as a business. That's our New Year's resolution. That's our New Year's solution, is to position our business to position other businesses. Is really get ready for that, because I know this wave is going to be tough on people. And there's a lot of people out there, but no one near how we've designed our infrastructure and our methodology for technical and marketing.
Yeah, and then all right, so they get started, they get on the internet, there's a lot of competition, and you have to know how to reach out to your certain database, right? You don't want to reach out to everybody because what you're presenting may not be of interest to all, just a certain percentage. So that's called target marketing, and that's an important aspect of it too.
Exactly, it is. The target marketing is everything. You got to have the right market that's interested in what you're trying to sell. But I think before that, before the marketing, you have to have the foundation and the plan and the pricing structure and what are you selling? You have to have the what taken care of before the why, before the marketing side. Before you're trying to get the message out there, you have to really make sure that you fine tune your message and what you're selling, and be ready to make it simple for your customer. And one of the biggest things I learned is not putting the cart before the horse, and not doing any type of marketing, not announcing a date until you have everything in the can. Everything should be in a folder. Everything should be ready to go. The graphics should be done. So one of the things I'm teaching right now is folder structure. How to use Google Drive or Dropbox or Frame.io and one of the platforms to have your proper content structured, and then there's rows and there's categories of the marketing side, the automation side, the coaching side, like all the different things that you need to do. But you need to have the content in place properly first, and that takes a whole team just to manage the content. And so I'm teaching a whole course moving forward in how to turn content into cash, and I'm showing all the little tidbits, all the little secrets. But the content is so unbelievably important, and the management, the maintenance, the positioning, the development of content is a whole nother ballgame, and it's a lot of work.
And content is way more than just entertainment nowadays. Content is, what do you call it? Education, entertainment, education. What's your word for that, Eric?
Virtual words.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. There's a big market for stuff that is for entrepreneurs, but it's entertaining at the same time. You learn, you grow, and your business develops from this.
I saw in HubSpot.com. I searched different things in small business problems. Common issues are finding customers, increasing brand awareness, building an email list, lead generation, keeping customers happy, and hiring talented people, managing workflow, financial planning, and scaling. And because the statistics on these people that start new businesses aren't really exciting. A lot of them don't make it. High percentage don't make it. So it's like you were saying, Eric, you have to have the foundation and going forward with an online business.
Yep, you definitely do. And people are loving what we're saying. They're already calling to hire us. I love it.
So you got somebody sitting at home, listening on the radio, and they're saying, like business isn't doing too good. I'm open, but a lot of other people aren't, and these are people that would be my customers. So it's a big circle. They might say, well, a lot of businesses are still open, but the ones that are not open are not buying from them anymore. It's like if the football team is not allowed to play anymore. Well, look at all the people that affects at the stadium, the people that sell the food, all the vendors and everything, and it's just a ripple effect. So they're sitting around thinking, I would start an online business. Where would you say to start at? Like they have their computer. What do they do to? I guess the first thing to do is find something that and you're kind of interested in, right? If you're going to start an online business.
Yeah. Well, the first thing always is what is the business and what is the name of the. I mean, you always start with the name. Start with the name,
Name's
and then
important.
The name's the most important. Like it's got to be a catchy name. You got to research it. You got to make sure that someone else doesn't have it. You got to make sure you get the domain for the name. You got to make sure you own your business. I can't tell how much.
Well, a good example is look at Reatha's show with Betty White, Off Their Rockers. Like people are going like, what? What do I mean Off Their Rockers? Well, they found out that Reatha and Betty were kind of off their rockers during, and it set a trend.
But it's true. You have to come up with something that's catchy. And all of my businesses, I would start off with my last name. So I've got a last name of Gray, so I had Gray Images. I have a last name of Simon, so I had a business called Simon Says with Z's, because Simon Says is a very common thing, but if you do it with Z's, it's not so common. And like Eric said, it's very important that you own your business. If you Google your business and you're on the 10th page before you show up, you don't own your business.
No.
So you got to come up with a good name that, everyone else doesn't have. And that's one of the things about eZWay Broadcasting, because eZWay, in a sense, is a common name, but Eric has branded it for eZWay, meaning Eric Zuley, and eZWay Broadcasting and eZWay Family, that he owns eZWay pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. You search eZWay, you're going to see us. Mm-hmm.
So they're sitting there and they think, okay, name's important. Put that down, number one. You got to get a good name. And that's like, I remember different movies, Gone with the Wind or Ken, like it's catchy phrases, catchy names. So where do they go from there? They got the name and it's by the domain, right?
Well, yeah, I said that the name. Where you go from there is the protection of the name, is making sure that you own everything, and making sure. I mean, you can hire companies like LegalZoom, and you can hire us. We work with companies that build the whole infrastructure for you. And then it's the domain. How do people get to your name? How do people get to your stuff? Again, it's part of the ownership as well. You want to make sure you own the domain. So if you start moving forward. And this is something I teach as a course on business startup, on starting up small businesses, and and then after you get all the legal side set up and everything's correct, then you start looking at the presence and the look and feel of what it is you want to go for. The next phase is color scheme, and then there's actually a lot that's dissected into the color scheme too, because certain colors represent certain things. Like
that's a science.
And I mean, this is stuff I've learned in taking Saddleback College courses and marketing courses and being with some of the tops of the tops. If you really break down, like you have a category of something and then you break down all the little things that need to be done with it. This is a little bit of crash course on branding, but colors are really important because colors are so subconsciously familiar. Go ahead, Dan.
Let me interject. Let me interject with this on the interaction and the transition. Okay, so if you go into a business, a client will have a tendency of investing 62% more, and this is hard to believe, but that's what they have for statistics. 62% more on the first impression they get of the company, the ambiance of the office, the people they meet, and so on and so forth, just in the first few minutes of meeting everybody. So now it's virtual. So when you go to somebody's site and what's initially presented to you, how important that is too. And didn't you say, Eric, you only have so many seconds to get their attention or something?
Yeah. Oh, you have about 6 seconds when someone goes to your site to actually capture the data. I mean, this is moving forward a little far in the program, but data capture is the lead generation side of your brand. But that moves later on. I mean, you gotta create the look and feel, and that is because if it's not catchy, if it's not something that it's not simple, if it's not something that people are subconscious familiar with. I mean, there's a lot of things you got to break down when just sitting down at a round table and coming up with the idea structure of a business, the creativity. Yeah. Because if you create it incorrectly, all the other stuff you do and all that other money that you spent isn't really going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
It took us 17 attempts with eZWay to get it to where we have it now today. I mean, we've had so many different styles and designs of branding and of the way that we made the EZ, and then there's symbols, there's icons, how do people, represent, what do people think about when they look at your symbol or your icon? What is your business? What is your business really going to be? Are you going to be a designer? Are you going to be a marketing company? Are you going to be a coach? Are you going to be an event planner? Are you going to be a restaurant? And then what's all the things that are going to attract people to your logo, your branding, your colors? Again, your colors are so important. And I listen to people and they tell me what they want to do, and they pick these colors that do not match what they want to do. And I already know it's not going to win because people don't really understand the NLP side of the business, the actual mindset side of the business, the actual color scheme. I think a lot of the reason we have gotten the results we've gotten is because we've chosen colors of God, spiritual, makes people comfortable. You know what I mean? And we've chose marketing colors. We've chose colors that make you comfortable, that trust us. Blue is that color. White is God. Gold is God. But people don't know that. But EZ is gold because the whole infrastructure. I mean, our icon is the little E and the big Z. That's the representation of our brand. But we chose gold because gold is the color of the pearly gates. Gold represents, whoever your God might be. Gold represents love and spirituality. Our God is Jesus Christ in our case. And people are comfortable with that. So there's also relatability. I mean, I could coach you. I could take an entire program and coach you guys and blow your minds of what I've learned. And so if you guys are liking what I'm saying, we are going to be offering a lot of coaching classes, a lot of coaching forms of small business startups and broadcast and automation and content.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of great stuff coming up. That's one of our biggest focus moving forward. Yeah, this year is the coaching side.
So moving into 2021, Eric, how would people contact you if they're ready to be serious? Because we all have our pipe dreams, But then there's that day of reckoning when we get serious and say, this is the year I'm going to do it. How should they contact you?
So there's a couple ways to contact us. I mean, I'm going to give you a direct to our Google Voice, which is 424-209-9290. That's direct to either me or one of our team members standing by. The actual company line is 877-399-2929. If you're interested in following up and getting updates on our program and opportunities and our events and broadcasts and stuff, you text eZWay to 55678. That's letter E, letter Z, WAY, all together, eZWay to the number 55678. And I am offering for the new year, as a New Year special. I'm way too busy now. I don't offer free anything anymore. I just don't have the time. So I'm actually trying to push away business at this. Well, I shouldn't say push away, but I'm trying to filter and qualify business correctly, because I just can't deal with the unseriousness. I can't deal with the talk. I can't deal with the people that want to absorb and adopt. I can't deal with the looky-loos.
Real estate, Eric, they're looky-loos.
If you're truly serious and you have a budget of $1,000 or more to get serious, then you can call me or call that number. I'm very available on Facebook, and we have created an infrastructure that no company has. Our social network that we're creating, we're doing 3 apps right now. We're going to be the ultimate solution, honestly, for everything a business owner needs. And one of the things I'm gonna really start offering, and this is for a good amount of money. I mean, this is not going to be cheap, but I'm going to be a personal concierge for the bigger, higher level clients. We have a couple different plans. We have a plan $100 a month. We have another one for $350 a month, another one for $1,000, another one for $2,000. Well, the $1,000 and the $2,000, that's more if you're interested in getting the platforms for yourself, and actually having those platforms kind of be managed and help and get the help, and the marketing, all that type of stuff. The other ones are more coaching, more support, more get you out there stuff. And all of our programs, we get you out there on social media. You will get a following. You'll get more people. But we've been designing that program for a while now. And another thing I'm going to be doing is my own personal program, which is how to create your own personal influence effect with my book. So the first step is getting the book. Get the book. If you like the book, and if you like the influence effect structure, and you like what people have to say, you like what I have to say, if you like that, then you may want to take our course, which is the influence effect course, and that's on my website. Everything is being designed right now on the website. But the book's ericzuley.com/book. Let me say that a little slower because I'm dealing with baby boomers here. Breathe.
That's how they get the book, right? That's how they get the book?
Eric, ERIC, Zuley, ZULEY.com/book.
And now, can they order the book itself, paper copy?
That's that page on my site will give you all the information. Order the book on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, as well as the ebook. It's everything's on there for you. And then here's the thing: once you get the book, we automatically for free put you in the book club. There's over 300 people in the book club right now, and when you get involved with the book, you get involved with the people in the book, which is Sharon Lecter and Frank Shankwitz and James Dantley and Kate Linder and Trey Ireland and all these amazing people, John Hyland, and people that are doing amazing things. They all got their own things going on, and that's where for free you create your profile on the Wall of Fame, and then you start slowly getting involved in our infrastructure, get involved in the community, and for free we always offer the opportunity for you guys to get involved with the community and network. And we've designed so many, we've created and brought on so many affiliates at this point. We actually have a lady that we're working with that gets you leads, that gets you community, that just connects you, that just networks the heck out of you, and just contacts you and goes here, and she's great. She's amazing. She's going to be one of our contributors. She has a magazine. She has a thing called Epic Business Leaders. And we have hundreds of people like that we're helping, that we've brought on as clients, but we're making them affiliates. So they're making money, and we're making money. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cool.
That's like you did in the beginning when you made other affiliates.
Yeah, and that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other course I could teach on just how to position yourself to make content turn into cash by resourcing other people. And really getting them to understand, getting your company to be positioned as a win-win. Here's how you win. Here's how we win. And when people believe in you, how to get people to believe in you is another thing I could teach. How to get people to believe in your company to get them to want to be your affiliate. When people believe in you, you start getting an army of sales.
Yeah. If it's a win-win, I'm in, you used to say. Yeah.
I always say
I thought that was pretty clever. Instead of competition, you brought all these networks in as affiliates, and it benefited both. But we want to thank you for coming on.
Well, now let me just say this. Now it's not about what we do. You have another 17 minutes, by the way, engineer. Just let me know.
Okay.
It's not about what we do. It's about what we can do for you. It's about what we can show you how to do for your clients, to help you position yourself to position your clients. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So we're just creating an infrastructure to help everybody else in what they're doing, in what they don't know how to do. And we have multiple people right now that are going live, showing pictures, that are becoming an army for us. I mean, we probably have 100-something people that are going on social media talking about eZWay now. So we've kind of created that automated infrastructure. The lead generation comes in like crazy now. We don't even have to try to find leads anymore. We don't need any more new leads. That's always going to come. We put that into position. Now we're at a point where, and all other businesses are going to be at the same exact point. We put the cart before the horse. We shouldn't have done that. We should have all the infrastructure, all the automation. We should have had all the team in place. We should have had all the packaging, all the follow-up, all the automated follow-up. All of that should have been done first before we did the marketing and the lead generation. So now we're backtracking, and we're trying to catch up with ourselves. Don't do that. Don't do our mistake. Make sure you get your infrastructure and your foundation laid first.
Yeah. The foundation.
And I always say that experience is not the best teacher, but other people's experience is the best teacher. So they can learn from your experience of what works and what doesn't work.
All right.
And they don't have to go through the failure. They can just learn.
That's a good one, Reatha. And then you can take that same principle and apply it to leveraging other people's platforms, other people's database, other people's following. How do you position your business to tap into an influencer, a business that has a following? How do you tap into that community? It's more about that community than that business.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so where would you say it's going now? Like, what would you say as far as business goes? All right, you're starting new businesses, but where are the businesses going now? I mean, do you think it's more everything basically as far as product goes? The products are online now.
E-commerce. E-commerce.
Yeah.
It's all together. E-commerce is everything. If you don't have some sort of shopping cart, some sort of e-commerce set up, and here's another thing. How people pay is really important. Really important. There's a company called Kickstarter. There's a couple companies that actually are designed specifically to make sure the payment process, the payment experience is very simple. Okay? And that is probably, I think, one of the most important pieces, because if I go on your website or your app and it's difficult for me to pay, you're going to get me for 10 seconds at the most. If it's difficult, you're going to lose me as a customer. So
in business news, go ahead.
In business news, go ahead.
In Business News Daily, it says in an e-commerce business, you might feel like there are things you might feel like things are more of a struggle for you than if you ran a brick and mortar shop. And that may be true. As an e-commerce business, different set of rules and regulations you must follow. Cybersecurity becomes more important, both as a function of your business and its longevity. And it says the top issues for e-commerce as it grows. These are the challenges. Cybersecurity, competition, and other fulfillment are the top three challenges facing e-commerce business. The average conversion rate for e-commerce site is less than 3%, so driving relevant traffic to your site is crucial. E-commerce has exploded, meaning there's more fierce competition now than ever before. So it's like you were saying, the importance of, fine tuning and what do they call it? Picking the right groups. What do they call that when you want to pick out the
target marketing?
Target marketing, yeah. All this is so important. Otherwise, you're spinning your wheels, right?
Oh yeah, without doubt. I would model it off of successful businesses like Amazon and GoDaddy and things like that, and kind of look at, and you'll look at the most successful businesses that make millions and millions of dollars and even billions of dollars. Netflix, they are set up with the most unbelievable automated model I've ever seen. And I mean, Amazon has made it so simple to purchase something. You swipe something and that's it. They capture your information. They have it on file. That's another one. Make sure that you capture the information. You set up your payment structure to have payments on file, because then it's the repeat business. You got to position your business to be a residual business.
Yeah.
If you're not self-sustainable, especially now as the way that the business is transitioning, man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
I saw that in Business News Daily by Jennifer Posted. There's a lot of stuff you do have to research. And I'm a big researcher. I learned a lot about this by researching, and then obviously, making mistakes and as we grew as a business and learn. But the more easy you make it on somebody, the more simple you make it on somebody to do whatever it is, and you create a business, you create a package, you create something to where people want to keep coming back to you because they appreciate your services, whether it's $1 a month or $1,000 a month or $10,000 a month. If you do not have your business positioned that way, let me just ask everybody a question that's listening right now. What are you going to do if all of a sudden you see something on the news, as you see a blog post saying, hey, here's some new ways of how the income is. Here's the new ways of how the dollar is now. It's now completely digital. There is no more dollar anymore. You have to be, what are you going to do if you get that day that hits you where you're not positioned like this and you don't know what to do, because that day is coming, so I would rather be prepared and make sure that my business is positioned that way before that day comes. I'd rather, if the last day or the final day, the big one hits you, I'd rather be in an underground bunker and be protected and be safe. I'd rather have a bunker. You know what I mean? I'd rather know that I have food store. It's the same thing in business. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. You want to make sure that you're positioned the way the future's going. In this article, it says, what are the big e-commerce challenges? And they have cybersecurity, which everybody knows, and they say that the e-commerce sites need the proper cybersecurity practices and tools in place. Competition is another issue. Order fulfillment.
That's a whole nother conversation, is the security side of things.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody everywhere is trying to steal your data right now. They're trying to steal your DNA. They're trying to get your passwords. Luckily, a lot of the companies are building it to where there's a lot of security and you're not having to worry about it as much, but you do have to worry about it. And I recommend SiteLock. SiteLock's a really good one for your website stuff and identity theft and all that type of stuff. But security is a real big one, because what are you going to do if you get hacked and all your stuff's gone? Your database is gone. It's happened to me numerous times. Dad,
Backup, right?
You got to back up, and you got to make sure that you're secured and protected so you don't need to use your backup. Yeah. So what do you want to set up that? What are you going to do? And especially moving into 2021. I mean, we're in the year of drones and AI and holograms right now. I don't think hovering cars, hovering boards, just like you watch on Back to the Future. They have hovering skateboards. All this stuff, it may not have released it necessarily in the public, and you don't see people on the sidewalk with a hovering skateboard and walking their dog yet, but that day is coming.
Yeah, all the stuff you see in the movies.
That's why they installed the 5G, and that's why they're increasing all the power to it, is because that day is there's a lot of money in that business, and those they're working on it behind the scenes. So we are in the future age. If you watch Terminator and Matrix and stuff, those movies were made a while ago to tell you something. I believe that a lot of movies, I believe a lot of TV shows, I believe a lot of entertainment are messaging, hidden messages to let you know something.
Oh, there's always that, yeah.
You need to research them, and you need to take them seriously. And so we are in the day of being controlled in some ways. We are in the day of computers. We're in the day of apps. We are in the day of broadcasts and the day of the technology age, being the solution.
It's like they say when you go to a gas station, you have to be careful how you use your card. If somebody could find a way to tap it, that's amazing. But they say some of the other challenges are competition, other than the security, is competition, order fulfillment, customer experience, quality website traffic and visitor conversion, visibility, return refund policy, which they say is a big thing now after the holidays. There's massive returns. Finding the right market, marketing, increasing sales. These are some of the issues they have. But, visibility, that's a big one. And quality website traffic and visitor conversion. What is visitor conversion? What would that be?
Visitor conversion is the buying power, is to get people to buy from your website. So as people go to your website, they're going there because they're interested in some sort of advertising or post that you did on social media. Once you get them to your website, that's the next step, is conversion, is converting them into data. And then doing the sales part of things. And sales is a whole nother ball game. I haven't even gone into sales. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sales is the piece that's going to get you the money, So there's a lot. If you really break it down, you really look at it, and we are kind of masters of the media. We're masters of our craft. We've kind of mastered it all. White labeling. I can go into white labeling and resourcing, and oh my God, man, there's just too much. Too much.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, and people are finding it. Like I've learned that shopping online is kind of saves you a lot of time.
We have another caller, 87. Sorry, Dad, I didn't mean to interrupt, but 8722. Last four digits 8722 714 area code. We have another caller that's been on for a while. I don't know if they want to join in the conversation. We have a caller 8915. I can go back to that caller 310 area code. If you're listening and you want to come on the show, just say hello and talk to us about what you plan on doing for the new year and how your business can help people.
Yeah.
It's Louise. Hi, Eric. Hi, Jim. Hi, Reatha. It's Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Hi.
Hi, Louise.
I just want to commend all of you for the great jobs you're doing and how you're helping the world besides just helping people. You're helping the environment. You're helping animals. You're helping everything. And I didn't know how to use the technology before, but now I was able to talk. So I also want to say thank you to Carmelita for having me on her shows. And I didn't know how to use the phone that time, Eric, when you had your contest about being on your show, if you could quote what you had said. And Brandy got it instead of me because I didn't know how to use computer. But hopefully this year I'll learn some technology. And I'm so glad you have Reatha doing tech time because I've learned a lot from her, even though I don't know how to text and I don't know how to use computer.
Well, hey, nice to see you
You're
again.
A good example.
So glad that you could pop on and say hello, and thank you for the nice compliments. Reatha actually offers coaching programs on the beginning, basically technology for beginners. All the stuff that you're saying you don't know how to do, you might want to, tap in with Reatha and maybe she can help you.
The problem I have with Louise and with most seniors, they want, believe it or not, they want instant gratification. And computers just aren't instant gratification. You would think that they would be, but you got to have lots of patience to work on them. And then it becomes second nature.
Don't lose heart, Louise, because I was the same way, and Eric got me the new phone, a while back. And as I was going through it, I'm thinking, this isn't so bad because, do the thing you do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. And once you start doing it, you get it. It's pretty simple.
I'm actually borrowing this phone, and I call it the babysitter because it entertains me as far as I know how to look at YouTube. But that's about it.
Well, many people in your situation, they're learning. You can do it.
Absolutely. Well, we're almost out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
So everybody's had time enough to go get a pencil and paper. Eric, you want to give out that information once more before we go?
Yeah, so you can text eZWay, letter E, letter Z, WAY, to the number 55678 if you want to follow the movement. If you want to get more involved with everything that we offer. If you're interested in a service, if you're interested in just, get in touch with us, it's 424-209-9290. That's a direct to our company, and then the actual company line is 877-399-2929. 877-399-2929. And you can email us at eZWay Network, letter E, letter Z, WAY, network, at gmail.com.
Okay. eZWay Network at gmail.com.
And when does your podcast come on, Eric?
Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we'll be talking about the business of broadcast. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 Eastern Time. We'll be talking about the business of broadcast. And it's a real fun, interactive show. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can interact with the show.
And it's fun.
You can comment.
It's fun.
And my dad loves it. We're starting to get a pretty fun following that's really loving the show.
And you could win a prize.
Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit. We have about another minute left. We have a couple ways of how you can win free marketing, and that's what Louise was talking about. You can win free marketing, free ability to get on TV, free marketing to get you out there, free coaching. So we have a system we do called Pitch Your Purpose and Spin the Wheel of Opportunity that gives you free coaching and marketing, and people are loving it. You guys have about 30 seconds left until showtime. So engineer, I'm going to tell him to go ahead and end the show, and thanks so much for letting me come on.
Okay,
thanks
Eric, for being available, Eric.
All right, you're welcome, guys. Bye-bye.
And we will see you next Monday, 10 a.m., same place, same time.
Yes, indeed. Radio Boomers Live.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White Software Rockers, and EZ's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the eZWay Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.